everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young on this, the Ides of March. Yes, it's quite a significant day in world history, I guess, and we'll make it significant in Topic Time history as well. I have an awesome, beautiful singer-songwriter guest today by Zoom in Somerville, Massachusetts, that I've been trying to get on the show for a long time, and she's finally done it. We're getting it done today, but before we get there, I got to read these incredible underwriters, got some new ones, and then we will commence per usual. So we got Genuine's Inspection in Middleborough. We got the Coffee Milano Cafe in Middleborough. We got Salon Giovanni in Marshfield. We got good old Dave's Automotive in Hanson, right up the road on Route 58 here. We got a new one, Hanover House of Pizza in Hanover. We got South Shore Tax and Bookkeeping, my bad. Plain Street in Marshfield, they're a new one. We got Pembroke Radiator in Pembroke. We got Pals Driving School in Middleborough, setting up classes for June and August now. You got to check the website for that. We got another new one, Balanced Nutrition in Marshfield. Jamie makes the best shakes in town. We got Kingston Auto Body in Kingston. We got New England Floorscapes in Middleborough. We got Rodney's Kitchen in Halifax. We got Crazy Axes Rec Center in Hanover. We got Advanced Auto Performance in Brockton. Best fix it for transmissions and auto parts in town. We got the Gun Runner LLC in Middleborough, the Second Amendment Freedom Store. We got Ocean Auto Repair and Service in Marshfield. And we got DNS Auto Works and Collision Specialists right up the street in Abington, also here on Route 58. I want to thank you guys very much. And now, officially, I'll introduce this beautiful lady, Linda Viens, is it? That's how you pronounce it? Like,
it's Viens, actually.
How do you say it? Viens. Okay,
Viens, like emphasis on the second
French
syllable.
Swiss kind of thing, that kind of thing.
It's French, yes.
Okay. All right. And we've been trying to get you on the show for a few years. I know that. I know I've been trying to get you on. I know you're very busy with your work. And I know that there's some really nice performing venues in Somerville. I assume you performed at the Barn at some point, maybe. But
I have. I've been very fortunate too. Yes.
Yeah, and some other ones. I always mention that place because Tom Bianchi actually let me do a show there one day back in 2011, and it was great. Back in those days when I used to take Topic Time on the road, and back then I had to be a tech as well as a talent. But let's face it, I'm just a talent. I had to set the equipment up. I pretty much did everything by myself. But it was a wonderful. I remember the atmosphere in there was great, and so were the musicians in there. So kudos to him if he's watching.
Yeah, he's great.
But now, Linda, you're going to perform some of your original songs about halfway through the show. But in the meantime, we're going to talk and we're going to find out about your history and how you got into what you're doing, and your life as a kid in the town, city where you grew up, and how it got you into music, and then we'll roll it on from there. So tell me about young Linda growing up. Did you grow up in Somerville?
You're so cute. No, I was born in the Midwest. I was born in
Okay.
I was born in Minnesota, in Minneapolis.
Okay.
And my mom is from Illinois, from farm people, and my dad's from New York City, and they met and fell in love in Chicago, and they were very young. My mom had me when she was 20.
Okay.
And I spent all my early years in the Midwest, moving around a lot. And then I'm the oldest of 4 kids, and then my mom we kept moving around because my dad was getting different jobs. And then when I was in middle school, like 14, 13, we settled in Stamford, Connecticut. And then I came to Boston to go to art school, to go to Mass College of Art. And I've been here ever since.
Cool. Oh, all right. Well, does the Mass College of Art include music? My father was associated with them too. He had
Neat.
But as far as I knew before, it was only art that appears on a wall, or is visual art. I didn't realize that included music. Did it include music?
No, it did not. Okay. But I always played guitar from a young age, and I love to write songs from a young age. But I kind of love all art. Like in high school, I wrote a lot of poems and a lot of stories and songs, but I also did visual art. So I just ended up going to art school. But when I was in art school, punk rock was starting, or happening, and I just fell in love with playing with different people, and I started bands, like my first band in like 81 or something like that. So
I don't even look that old. I mean, if I'm looking at you,
no, I am.
Wow. Well, you look
You're
great.
So sweet.
Well,
Thank you.
However old you must be, you look great for your age.
You're very kind.
If you were found in a band in 1981, then
yeah,
it's a good chance you're in my age range, which is hot.
Well, yeah, no. Yeah, I'm 66.
Really?
Yes.
That's unbelievable. Do you have children?
I do. I have a 24-year-old daughter.
That's amazing. Cause you know, I mean, and the reason I'm saying that is because I mean, to be honest with you, from what I've seen, childbirth takes a lot out of a woman as far as, and I'm only saying this because I've seen it. A woman has to really keep herself up in order to look good after childbirth. Because let's face it, it is a stretch, no pun intended. Right?
Well, I think parenting is really intense, and I took
And
many
that too,
years.
exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
I took many years off from the business to raise my daughter, and I was, you know, she's my greatest gift,
of
and
course.
I wouldn't trade anything for it. But I couldn't really do music and work full time and be home, you know, at night. I mean, I had to be home at night, and
Of course.
so I took almost 15 years off from playing out. So
Yeah.
that's why it's so much fun now that she's grown, and I don't have to like make dinner every night and do all those things. It's so much fun to do music again. It's such a treat. It's like the greatest feeling in the world.
Well, it sounds like
So
everything you did, you timed it just right. I mean, you had your daughter and, you know, again, you took some time off, but you were able to, when she grew up, you were able to get right back to doing what you're doing now, which is what you love.
yeah, which is what I
Obviously.
love. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so I feel so lucky. I mean, I've had amazing collaborations over the years with different producers. My partner, Richard
I got a question right
Lamphere,
off. Right,
yeah,
question just settled into my brain. You mentioned punk rock. Is that your type
yeah,
of? I mean, are you in that genre too?
no, I
Okay.
mean, it's an influence in my rock band, but I
Okay.
love rock and roll. I'd say, you know, I'm influenced by so many things, the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, all the classics, but you know, the Pretenders, but a lot of modern artists as well, Lucinda Williams, and a lot of different people. I love songwriting. I
What
like
about the one? What about who I mentioned before? Britney Spears, Taylor Swift.
I
Remember them?
actually I love Taylor Swift. I think she's a great songwriter. I like her songs a lot.
She's a great marketer
I
too. Great self promoter.
Yeah, very smart, very, very smart. Brittany, I have a soft spot for. I think she's adorable and very talented.
Yeah.
And I did do some dance pop music with my producer and friend and collaborator in Girl with a Hawk, Richard Lamphere. We did do some electronica, and that was really fun. That
Okay.
was really fun. But I'm kind of back to my rock and roll roots now,
Okay.
and having so much fun having a rock band. It's just like wanting people to dance and feel free, and that's kind of everything.
Well, tell me about the bands you've been in, including, you know, name every single band and talk about the people that were in them with you.
Oh, wow. Well, my very first band, like I said, I was in art school, was with a guy named Ken Travers, who was in this punk band called People in Stores.
Okay.
And my friend Mark Durant, and I played drums, and we didn't know what we were doing.
When you were in that band, right? Because you're talking.
That was Boston. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And then
Yep.
that band was called Children of Paradise.
Yeah.
And then after that, that band lasted for a while. And then that band turned into a band called Witch Doctor, which was more of a rock band with my
Okay.
other good friend, Dan Coughlin, who's in my band right now, which is amazing. We get to play together again after
Okay.
playing with each other through the 80s and into the 90s. And then I was also very involved with Boston Rock Opera, which was a total blast, and did a lot of musical theater with them.
Okay. Well,
We
is
did-
that
we
like
did-
the whole rock opera?
Yeah, we did like Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We did a lot of different things, and we did Hair, and we've done a lot of different things over the years. But
Yeah, I've seen all those plays here and all in the early 70s. I remember.
So
I mean,
fun.
obviously, you're old enough to remember that. You're older than me by 3 years. I'm amazed. That's why everything I remember, you must remember too.
yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to start a family, so I took some time off.
Yeah.
But my ex-husband Wayne Viens and I had a really crazy big funk band in the 90s called Crown Electric Company. And
I love the
that
name.
it was so much fun. That was named after Elvis's
Sounds like a very
Elvis's job.
psychedelic band. Just the
That
name.
band was, yeah, it was more funk,
Yeah.
like Parliament Funkadelic. And that was
Okay.
like a 17-piece band. That was so much fun. And then,
17 piece. Wow.
yeah, that was
Remember
crazy.
the
We
band
had
Brooklyn
horns.
Bridge, the 11-piece band that did that song in 1969. Girl, I heard you're getting married. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, I
love
mean, I'm a
that.
big, well, there were 11 people in that band. You're talking 17 people. That's incredible. Is that how many you really
Yeah,
have
I mean,
17
it would
people? Wow.
fluctuate. It would fluctuate.
Yeah, but
maybe
did
it
you
was
actually
6.
perform with 16 other people at
Yeah.
once? Wow.
Yeah, we
I
rented
don't
a
know how
lot of
you must have had a pretty big amphitheater to do that. And,
well, we rented VFW halls and we just would
okay.
take over. We just would take over.
I mean, the only thing
Yeah.
bigger than that would be a symphony orchestra, I would think.
I know. I know. I don't think I'm exaggerating. I think that's
No,
what I
no, I'm sure you're
remember,
not
but
exaggerating. I'm just saying that's a lot of,
yeah,
that's a lot of,
it was a lot of people.
that's a lot
Yeah,
of music.
a lot of
Yeah,
guests, a lot of
yeah,
guests.
Okay,
Congas, 3 backup singers. Yeah, we had fun.
wow.
And then I took quite a bit of time off, because I was trying to have a family for a long time.
Yep.
And then I finally had my daughter. And then when she was little, I was working with some friends, and I worked with my friend Emily Grogan and we had a band called Angeline. And
Okay,
that was really fun. And that was kind of country rock.
okay,
And we did that for about 3 or 4 years, but we had little kids, so we couldn't do that much,
right,
but
right.
we had a good time. And then I took like when my daughter was a teenager, I took a pretty good long break.
Okay,
And then I started this project with my friend Richard that I mentioned, Lamphere, that was called Kingdom of Love.
okay.
And then that led to the band I have right now, which is Girl with a Hawk, which is a straight up rock band. We're having
How
so
many
much
in
fun.
that band?
That's a 5-piece.
5 piece. Okay, that's still pretty, because that's a significant number.
Yeah, we're a good sized band.
All right, well, I mean, do you collaborate with any of those former band members at all ever? I mean, I'm sure you must keep in touch with them, right?
Oh yeah, and everybody's like different friends have played horns on things and played on different things. And right now I'm with Dan Coughlin, who was in that band Witch Doctor with me and Children of Paradise with me. And then Richard Lamphere is in my band, and he was in Kingdom of Love. We had a band together. So yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we stay in all those people. Like I just did a gig with Emily. We just did an Asa Brebner tribute thing at the Burren a couple weeks ago. That was amazing. And we got to sing together again. That was so much fun. So yeah, I mean, the thing about Boston is that's so amazing is there's just so much talent here. There's so many unsung heroes. There's so many people that should be famous that are so talented, such good
That's right.
writers. And yeah, over the years, you've probably gotten to either do a gig with them or play with them or collaborate with them or sing with them or be in the studio with them. It's a very joyful thing to be a musician, I feel like.
It absolutely is. I played piano for 7 years myself.
Oh, that's so awesome.
But music, I love music. I just couldn't stick with it when I was a kid, and then I just ended up doing other things. And on that note, we're halfway through the show, so why don't you, I'm going to take a little break, and Linda's going to perform a couple of her songs, and then we'll discuss them.
Okay,
that
that
okay?
sounds great. That
Just name
sounds
the titles
great.
first, and then we'll hear them.
You got it.
Okay.
This is a song called It's the Way. And yeah, I'll just play it for you. This is recorded by Girl with a Hawk. This is on our Bandcamp. It's the pain that makes us all the same, don't you know? Don't you know? And it's the way there comes a time you must explain it, you must go. You must go. But you'll remember every face that got you through. There's a hand held out for us to take as we pray, as we pray. There's a thing behind the power to make. It's the choice to live.
that was awesome. Very folksy.
Thank you. Yeah, that's pretty folksy when you just play it on acoustic, but when we play with the band, it's quite psychedelic and quite dreamy and kind of sounds
I can
more.
picture that with 4 other people doing it. All right, you want do another one, and then we'll continue?
Yeah,
Go ahead, name the title and play on.
sure.
Okay.
Sure, what should I do? This one's called Good Enough.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I know you want to be good, but you don't have to try so hard. You don't have to cry, baby. You don't have to crawl on your knees. I know you want to be loved. I got does for everyone. I know Catholic school was rough, and you were never good enough. Never good. You're never good enough. Oh, never good. You're never ever good enough. Never good. You're never good enough. What's it gonna take to make you good enough? To make you good enough. Like the beast in a cage, everyone can feel your rage. Looking for a way to get free. Looking for a way to just be in there. A light in your eyes says you don't wanna die. I know it must be terrifying. 'Cause what if there's no denying? Oh, you're never good. You're never good enough. Oh, you're never good. You're never ever good enough. Never good. Never good enough. What's it gonna take to make you good enough? To make you good enough. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. This is a solo. La 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 la. We all love you anyway. Oh, oh, oh. It doesn't matter what they say, 'cause you are a star. If God doesn't kill you, you know that the world will. Looks like you're crashing hard, but you're living still. Round to dust, around that money. It's always a work in progress. Now you're counting 9 months sober, 'cause it ain't over till it's over. You're so good, so very, very good. You're so good, so very, very, very good. You're so good, you're so very good. You're so good, you're so very good. You're so good, you're so good now. You're so, so, so good. You're so good. You're good enough. You are good enough.
Wow, that was awesome. I get it sounds like that kind of song sounds like it could be like sarcastic lyrics, the way a lot of people sing about their exes or whatever in that way. And that's kind of what I got from that based on what I thought I heard in there.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Yeah, I think, well, it's both sincere and it's kind of cutting, I guess, but
yeah, yeah.
it's definitely saying, I guess it's kind of also saying like, believe in yourself, relax, like just, be yourself, I mean, a lot of my songs are about like trying to just
Trying to be
relax,
as good as you can be.
into, yeah, be as good as you can be relaxed in this human incarnation on this earth, we don't know if we get another chance at it. So,
Or if you even want one. Well, no, I mean, that's
or if
okay.
you even want one, I
I'm
know,
just saying that
exactly.
I'm happy to say that I'm doing, I mean, it's great that the point is we're doing what we can already, and that's what
We're
matters.
doing what we can.
Yeah, we're leaving
Exactly.
our mark on the world. But
We're
I've
leaving
noticed,
our mark. Yeah.
It's true that I've noticed it a lot. And now that you've kind of brought this up in my mind about a lot of good music is actually knocking an X. That's so Olivia Rodrigo does that so well in her music. And the young Olivia, she's
Yes.
only 20. She's still a baby in the world now as far as, the genre
Yeah.
of the music scene, but she's doing, she's probably not, everyone idolizes Taylor Swift, but most people aren't going to be quite as on that tier as she's found herself, I don't think. Nevertheless, there's nothing wrong with aspiring to that as well, in spite of that, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. I think, like you might not have the best voice, you might not be the best guitar player, you might not be the best painter, you might not be the best writer, but you just hopefully you're expressing something unique,
Yeah, we're always creating art. That's what you got to do.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Art,
All right,
art
well,
belongs to everybody.
Tell me about the places where you have performed. I mean, have you done, just besides Boston, have you done stuff on any radio stations? Have you traveled around the country to perform with your bands? All those people that you performed with over so many years, I would think that you covered a lot of turf, but you tell me.
No, I never really had a lot of success commercially or anything like that.
Okay.
I've played in New York. I've certainly played in the Boston area,
That's
Western
pretty
Mass,
successful. Boston is too. I mean, yeah.
Maine, New England, but I've never been on tour to California or, done a lot of traveling. Just played, so many funny, crazy little clubs all over the Northeast and had a ball doing it. So,
Right. Ever do like a music video with any of those people?
Well, we go with I have done some music videos. We have a couple of videos out. We have a really nice video out for our latest single called Same Stars.
Okay.
That's on Red Records, and that's at the
I interviewed Dan, by the way, at my other location in Easton.
Oh yeah. Dan
2022. So
yeah.
I figured you probably had an affiliation with him.
Yes.
And I know that he hooked up, I guess, Robin Lane formerly Robin Lane and the Chartbusters has a new band.
Yes.
I'd love to get her on the show. I know what a great song that was she did in 1981.
Such a great song. Yeah.
Right.
She's iconic. And we actually got to open for her last Friday night out at the Bull Run in Shirley. And that was really fun.
Oh,
yeah, she's a hero of mine. But yeah, but it's a great room.
It is. I've been to Shirley. I know it's a quiet town, but there's nothing like opening up in a quiet town in the sticks for a nice band, because sometimes in a quiet night in a suburban town, it's nothing wrong with lightening up with some good music.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Music brings the happiness wherever it goes.
It does. Yeah, that must have been. I think they might have invited me to that. So I got invited to something. I don't know if it was the one in Shirley. I know her new band is doing pretty well around.
It's doing great. Yeah.
Okay. I guess.
Yeah, she's busy. Yeah, she's super busy. She's also I'm on Red Records, which
now I looked her up. I couldn't.
Yeah, she's exactly like 10 years older than me. Yeah, she's amazing. Right. And I saw her when I was like 20 and she was 30 and or whatever it was, and she was phenomenal and life-changing. To see a woman fronting a band in like 1981, there weren't that many people doing that back then.
No, there weren't.
And that was very influential. Yeah.
Yeah. MTV. Those were the days, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, we have a good video out. Same Stars. Check it out. So
I will absolutely. So that was last Friday night. So what does the future look like now? Now that you've come so far in the music world, what are you going to be doing in the upcoming weeks, months, years, whatever?
Oh, you're so nice to ask. Well, I don't know how far I've come, except that I've gotten older, but I feel like my best writing is ahead of me. I hope that we write lots of great songs. I hope we're going to put out a record with Red on Red. That's our label now, which we're so grateful.
Okay.
And we're going to just try to play a lot of shows and have fun and take it as it comes, no big expectations, just
live in the moment.
Make people feel good, live in the moment and make people feel good and get to do it as long as I get to do it. It's going to be
okay.
I'm lucky.
Yeah, you're great. You're great at it too. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
And on that note, we're down to the final 5 minutes of the show. And What I'd like you to do is to look at your camera, your computer, give shouts out to a few people that are gonna see it. Based on the plug you did, I think we're gonna get a lot of people that are gonna watch it. So, and then we'll wrap it up with my music, the way we began it.
That sounds great, Harrison. Thank you so
Okay.
much for having me. You were a very gracious host.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I just want to shout out to my band. They're the best. Dan Coughlin, Richard Lamphere, Nancy Delaney, and Daniel Bernfeld. Shout out to Red on Red Records. It's such a privilege to be on that record label. And shout out to Justine Koval, who heads up that label, and Dan Anklin, our booking agent and dear friend, and all the people on the scene, all these amazing DJs and all these people like you who support local music and get our music out there. We're so grateful for it.
Okay,
Thank
well, that's
you.
great. If you had fun with me, what I'd like you to do is pass the word about Topic Time to any of those people. I'd love to get them on.
Sure.
Get
Yeah,
them
of
on either by
course.
Zoom or in person. I love an in-studio interview because it's, because it's cozy, but it's nothing, but Zoom are going everywhere now. And it's really,
Yep.
it's really nice, and it's such a nice accessibility to be able to do it like this.
I agree. Now, thank you for doing this. This was really easy and a pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you
you.
too. I mean, I know we've been trying to get you on for so many years, and I got a sense, I know how busy you are and everything, and then it was great of you to take time out of your schedule and to do
My
that.
pleasure.
Is there any, now, I know we talked about the future. Do you have any gigs coming up that you want to mention real quick before we
Oh
wrap
my
it up?
God, Harrison, you're so good at your job. Yes, we are playing. We're playing tomorrow night. So glad you asked. I should have given it a plug.
Go ahead.
Tomorrow night at the Square Root in Roslindale with this
Okay.
awesome rock band called The Sins, another awesome band called The High End, and we're going on at 8:30 sharp. So come on down to Roslindale tomorrow night. And then the next big show is Friday, April 14th at Sally O'Brien's in Union Square with Speed Fossil and Glowbox. So we're really
Union Square,
excited
that's
about that.
Somerville, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Somerville.
Okay.
So we're playing all over the place. So
That's-
yeah, check out our Facebook page, join our Facebook group, and we'll keep posting the schedule. So appreciate it.
All right, well, there you go. All right, now on that note, we're gonna wrap the show up. I have one
Woo!
more thing to ask you. When we finish up, you stick around and do a picture for Facebook so we can
Yeah, of course.
get my show. All right, well.
Happy
Linda,
to,
thank you
happy
so
to.
much. And,
Thank you.
all right, you can snap along with me if you want to.
I'm gonna snap along. I'm gonna
That
snap
sounds good.
along,
Let's not
Harrison.
do it at the end if they didn't do it at the beginning. Okay, folks, thanks for watching Topic Time. See you next week with another great.
Woo! Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks, Harrison.
Thank you. All right.
Okay.